I said you better watch what you're doing, cause I ain't gonna stop when I'm moving. I'm headed to the top, I'ma do it. I'm headed to the top, I'ma prove it. And I could go all night, I'm sick of being nothing. All right, I'm gonna be something. I'll fight with every breath, trust me. I'ma be the one at the top, you can't touch me. I bleed with every word coming. I would rather die than be someone who's nothing. I'm the type of dude who will not remain nameless. I'm the type of dude who is headed for greatness. I'm the type of dude who could really make changes, cause I'm the type of dude that's becoming contagious. I'm the type of dude that will always be ageless. I'm the type of dude that will always feel shameless. I'm the type of dude that they say is fucking heinous, cause I'm the type of dude that you know is fucking dangerous.
You are absolutely right. The way he went about it was absolutely wrong. Like, so, like I said, I'm not
of my Jewish hatred that actually goes. Other than the fact that why are y'all popping out of the sewers in New York City?
Annunciation Catholic Church. You couldn't call it pronounced Catholic Church?
Yeah, pronounce the Catholic.
But he does have this plate. I don't know what that plate means, and I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
I don't know what that means.
What are they implying?
Yeah, I do. I'm gonna make it awkward. I'm gonna ask the owner. I'm assuming it's the woman over here. So I'm gonna ask her. Yeah, let's see what's going on. Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, do you any of you guys own that Civic over there? Is that you? That's yours?
That's me.
That's your car?
Mm-hmm.
I would have done things a little bit differently myself.
Really?
But what does the plate mean? The hard R plate mean?
Because it's a type R, dumbass.
But he does have this plate.
I love that shit. All right. What is up, everybody? How are you today?
Hi, everybody. It is apparently they're friends. That's what X told us, that they're friends.
Yeah.
But it is funny, though. It's still funny. What does that mean, the hard R? It's a type R, dumbass.
That shit would be fun to set up.
It would be. It would be. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Tuesday.
What up? We got on the YouTube side, we got No Jabsky, Rick Dunner, and Carolyn Hall sitting there right now. Rumble, we got Bill Dozer, we got Scott, we got Jennifer, we got Jonathan, the Sober Tech. Let's see. Rick was on that side as well. There was Carolyn as well. Look at that. Look at that. Adam Chesterman. Damn, Rumble has been popping off at us lately.
Yeah, buddy.
YouTube slowed down. Rumble picked up. I guess all them cuts to Rumble that we do actually kind of helped it out then, right? Cameras a little bit off. There we go. That feels better. Yeah. Okay. But, Davey.
Hi.
Hi.
How's everybody
Do
doing?
you remember when everybody started to get sick and drop dead and everything like that, and all the cancer rates going through the roof, and suddenly turbo cancer popping up?
When was this about?
That was about the time of the jab.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Don't forget to repost, by the way.
Huh? Oh, yeah. Don't forget to repost. Yeah. Well, I will say this. Correlation does not equal causation. Sometimes. But most times, yeah, it's spot the fuck on. Because, ladies and gentlemen, this comes from Robbie Starbuck here. He's quote tweeting a truth from Donald Trump here. President Trump appears to finally...
Wait. Hold on. How? Is he a Democrat now? Did he do it from the grave?
I don't know.
Because supposedly he's been dead since Tuesday.
I know, right?
Oh, okay. All right.
Dude took a couple of days off and everybody's like, he's dead! Oh, yeah, I forgot to turn on my camera here.
Yeah. It was great. Oh, no, haven't seen him. The guy who likes to be in the spotlight is dead.
Yeah, he's doing news things every single day. He's talking to the news every single day. Even on Sundays, he does this shit. He doesn't do it for a few days, and all of a sudden, he's dead. That's got to be the only logical thing, right?
He's so narcissistic that he just died and just left everybody just out there just wondering if he's... That man, when that man dies, there's going to be pomp and circumstance from both sides. One celebrating his life and one celebrating that he's dead.
Correlation is necessary for causation. You are correct, Adam. It really is. But it doesn't mean causation. It's just like putting 2 and 2 together. That's correlation. But putting 2 and 2 together doesn't get 17 in the whole outcome of the answer. But that's not causation. See, kind of in that situation. I get it. It is needed. But yeah. Donald Trump says this: it is very important that the drug companies justify the success of their various COVID drugs. Many people think that they are a miracle that saved millions of lives. Others disagree. With CDC being ripped apart over this question, I want the answer, and I want it now. I have been shown information from Pfizer and others that is extraordinary, but they never seem to show that these results those results to the public. Why not? They go off to the next hunt and let everyone rip themselves apart, including Bobby Kennedy Jr. and CDC trying to figure out the success or failure of the drug company's COVID work. They show me great numbers and results, but they don't seem to be showing them to many others. I want them to show them now. What? Show the numbers go out to CDC and the public, and to clear this mess up for one way or the other. I hope Operation Warp Speed was as brilliant as many say it was. If not, we all want to know about it and why. Thank you for your attention to this very important matter, President Donald J. Trump. Now, why did this come about?
Well, I mean, first off, they let all the fucking secrets out when they allowed everybody to see all the side effects of everything and what was going on.
Yeah, we showed that yesterday.
But that was another thing they said, that he's using punctuation and commas in his sentences on his Truth Social, so he must be dead. It couldn't be. Somebody else is doing it.
It couldn't be. Several times we've seen videos of somebody sitting next to him typing out what he's saying and hitting post, right? He's not typing it. No fucking shit. Biden didn't do it. Karine Jean-Pierre didn't do it. Nobody else in this administration does it, except for a very few select number of people.
Bro, Karine Jean-Pierre wrote on the official POTUS X account and forgot to log out of it. Okay?
Yeah.
And then the auto pen. You're telling me because Trump puts punctuation in it now, he's dead. That's clear proof he's dead. Ladies and gentlemen, he's passed away. There's punctuation.
Look, maybe you guys were right about Biden. We'll eat that one. But, oh my God, nobody's heard from Trump in 2 days. He's dead, everybody. Let's march in the... No, there were actually people that were happy about that shit. One person responded to a post where they were showing him, going golfing, leaving to go golfing.
Oh, yeah, and they said that was from a different week.
No, they were claiming that it was like months. The pictures were months earlier. But one person said, "Thank you for ruining hundreds of millions of people's day." I was like, "Are you fucking serious?"
Well, we'll get into what Tim Walz said about it. But yeah, do you think maybe since he got the shot that it's leading to the issues he has today? Because he does have that like deep drum thrombosis or whatever it is.
Deep vein.
Supposedly.
Thrombosis. Deep thumb.
Yeah, whatever. The
deep thrum thrombosis. That's it. It's thrombosis,
but anyway,
not thrombosis.
There's no trombone in it? But yeah, maybe, do you think maybe that's why he's having these vascular issues? Plus he's fucking almost 80.
I mean, the age has a lot to do with it.
Are we talking about Biden? No, we're talking about Trump.
Him being a fat ass piece of shit has a lot to do with it.
I mean, he did lose weight. He did
lose a lot of weight. All right, I will admit
that. And that aspartame's a fucker, from what I hear. People who drink that.
The motherfucker, like, take off the suit, the jacket. You can tell this motherfucker still looks like a blobfish. All right? He might have lost weight, but he still looks like a blobfish.
He's 80.
He's always looked like that. Him being 80 doesn't absolve him from the past 50 fucking years. But I will
Deep
say this.
fake poses. Thanks, Bill. Don't
Landmark-
forget to mash the like button. Thank you very much, Carolyn.
Landmark study confirms Operation Warp Speed unleashed a turbo cancer epidemic. Ladies and gentlemen, nearly 300,000 people tracked for 30 months. mRNA vaccines increased risk of any cancer 23%, breast cancer 54%, bladder 62%, colorectal cancer 35%. The data can no longer be buried.
The first ever population level study that looked at COVID vaccines and cancer found massive increased risk of cancer. They looked at over 300,000 Italians, official government data. They followed them for 30 months. And there was about over a 20% increased risk of any type of cancer in the mRNA injected. But there was also about 50, 60, 70% increased risk of breast cancer, colorectal cancer. There was increased risks of various other cancers, even lymphomas, leukemias. And so this is
that
so
was the ball
damning,
sack.
right? So
Often.
we have the experimental, genetic, molecular evidence, very well documented. Now
I
we
actually
have
don't
the
know if it was or not.
population evidence confirming these increased cancer risks.
Hey,
And in
good thing, Muff.
conclusion, mass COVID-19 mRNA injection campaigns did cause a turbo cancer epidemic.
It's amazing that everybody was so healthy and just everybody was so upbeat. And then all of a sudden the jab came out and motherfuckers are dying of cancer left, right, and center.
Bullshit. I don't believe anything that video just said. Do you see who represents that? The guy who actually made the mRNA fucking DNA, the test? Peter McCullough?
Yeah. He made the
Don't trust
PCR
it.
testing. You can't trust him. But you can trust him to tell you if you got COVID or not. But you can't trust him to tell you what the vaccine's doing about COVID.
Here, go to my screen for a second.
Fucking dumb. All right.
1970 to 2020, 1,312 athletes suffer from cardiac arrest and died. 50 years. Sorry, math is dumb.
50 fucking years.
50 years, 1,312. 2021 to 2022, 1,598 athletes suffer from cardiac arrest and died. It's always look at the numbers until the numbers no longer fit their narrative, which is what we've been saying for fucking ever.
Yep.
If you added up the numbers, the
None
number
it
of
made
deaths
sense.
didn't amount to the number of people.
I knew sudden infant death syndrome was a thing, but I never knew sudden adult death syndrome was a thing until they started trying to explain why people were just dying out of nowhere. I've never heard of SADS. I've heard of SIDS, but I've never heard of SADS until now. Like, that was never a thing. People did just drop dead suddenly for no fucking reason. It's very rare that happens. But the amount of people that we were just seeing faint, the amount of people we were seeing die, literally just fall out flat dead. No,
But once
there's
again,
no fucking way.
the news was believing a video that came from China.
Right.
Like, how you tell us not, once again, it always look at the numbers or look at the people you're talking about until it doesn't fit the narrative. So it was okay to show the videos of people dropping dead from China, but then talk about how China is a propagandist country.
Yeah.
And how, they're led by, I'm sorry. The left doesn't believe the Chinese president is a dictator.
Well, at one point in time, they were saying that China was doing it right. They were welding people into the fucking houses and everything like that. And China was doing it right because their COVID numbers are dropping. But yet China lies about every fucking thing. So
they locked an entire fucking building up.
Dude, it was almost an entire fucking town by the time they were done.
But it was amazing how they just fucking wrought iron the fucking whole building. They just went, yeah, you guys are in here, and they just fucking covered it up in steel and just went and lasered it in. Like, all right, you guys are in here for now. Like, what the fuck?
Motherfuckers had to go in there with full hazmat gear on. Bio fucking contamination level 5 shit, Like, why? They had their own fucking oxygen tanks and shit, dude, as they walked into these fucking buildings. Oh, they're doing it right. COVID's going to, no, they're not doing it right, motherfuckers. They were starving people in their own damn houses because people just didn't want to give them food.
So you wanted them to go house to house, building to building, and fucking lock people, like, fucking barricade people in? Is that what you wanted?
Yeah, apparently. That's definitely what they would have meant.
It's wild. It's fucking wild. But then again, we also did get warned by doctors.
Yeah, we did. Go ahead.
I remember these doctors in April of 2020 speaking out against everything that was happening. I knew they were correct then and now, and the rest of the world knows it too.
Wasn't that the dude that lost his license for this shit?
Yeah, they all did. They all did.
Yeah, because he was at one of the hearings and everything. And,
Yep.
And I went to find this actual interview and listened to it after the hearing. I was like, God damn, dude, that's everything I've been saying about this shit. Everything that I was starting to track. But yeah, 50 years versus 1 year. Exactly, Jennifer.
When I look at the basic tenets that we know of microbiology, and I say, do we need to still shelter in place? Our
What up, Tony?
answer is emphatically
What a boom.
no. Do we need businesses to be shut down? Emphatically no. Do we need to test them and get them back to work? Yes, we do.
What up,
The
Teresa?
secondary effects that we went over, the child abuse, alcoholism, loss of revenue, all these are, in our opinion, a significantly more detrimental thing to society than a virus that is proven similar in nature to the seasonal flu we have every year.
And what do you know?
The flu died.
The year we had COVID, yeah. We had what? 30 flu deaths?
It was like
20?
64.
What?
64 throughout the entire country or something like that.
And then if you add the 64 to the 2 million plus people that died, or whatever it was, of COVID, and then you looked at the year before with people with the flu,
Yeah, it was roughly the same
same
amount.
amount.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But everybody died of COVID, right? Even though the CDC admitted only 6% died from COVID, every other bit of that, the 94% that died after the fucking fact, or that died from that were written up for COVID, died of comorbidities that were exacerbated because they got COVID, which would have been exacerbated if you got the flu, any other common cold or shit like that. I remember that fucking argument. Because somebody used to sit there and I was arguing with somebody and it'd be like, they said something about, they said if you get some blood poisoning or something from doing, what was it? If you get alcohol poisoning, you don't say that they died from, I forget the term they used. You say that it's alcohol poisoning. I was like, yeah. And if you break your leg, you don't say somebody died from a broken leg. Usually they die because they can't get help. The only way they die from a broken leg is if bone marrow leaks into your vascular system. That's the only way you would die from it. But you would die from a broken leg because you can't get help and you're stuck in the woods alone or some shit like that. That's called a comorbidity.
Remember that movie 127 Hours? Where the guy
the dude
literally
cut off his arm.
in the middle of the fucking desert and lived.
Yeah.
But you get shot in the foot and you get shot or thrown off a motorcycle and you die and they say it's COVID.
Right.
What?
I mean, there was a story that was actually yanked down from the internet where a dude had a gunfight with the fucking cops and his death certificate said COVID. He was shot in the head twice.
Rick with the dono. Thank you very much, Rick. The guy riding the motorcycle who got hit by a truck was counted as a COVID death in Georgia, for fuck's sake.
Right.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. Wait, what about hospitals are paid more and patients that? Yeah, they did. I remember reading that. That was what started me on this whole like process of doing this kind of podcast, is because I was fucking furious when I read that. It was in the bill. I read the fucking bill and it said, I think it was like the hospitals would get $40,000 or something of government aid if people died from COVID.
Well, see,
what happens?
You were counted as dying from COVID if you've had an infection in 30 days 30 days before you died, from whatever reason, if you died 30 days after an infection, you were a COVID fucking death.
Yeah, plus forced ventilators.
Your liver, you could go through liver failure from drinking all the fucking time, but if you had COVID before you died, you were a COVID death.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were getting money for it, shutting down everything in the fucking hospitals, all the other shit that kept hospitals running and their bills paid and everything. They shut that shit down. And you wonder why the death count rose? People weren't
Jennifer, you're right.
getting taken care of like they used to.
Stacking bodies, not reporting to protect themselves. Yeah.
Yeah. But I'll go ahead and finish this.
We also need to put measures in place so economic shutdown like this does not happen again. We want to make sure we understand that quarantining the sick is what we do, not quarantining the healthy. We need to make sure if you're gonna dance on someone's constitutional rights, you better have a good reason. You better have a really good scientific reason and not just theory. We're going to work diligently to find a vaccine. And one of the most important things is we need our hospitals back up. We need our furloughed doctors back. We need our nurses back, because when we lift this thing, we're going to need all hands on deck. Yeah. I know the local hospitals have closed 2 floors. Folks, that's not the situation you want. We're essentially setting ourselves up to have minimal staff, and we're going to have significant disease. That's the wrong combination.
Yep.
And what happened?
Remember all the
minimal staff, significant disease. Well, we're more horrible than we were before COVID.
And the minimal staff was sitting there making TikTok videos of themselves dancing.
Because
and then
they were so overworked and overstressed. They had to dance in the hallways.
Yeah, you're right, Jennifer. Comorbidities never considered to report. No. Well, they did report it, but it was like an aside. They're like, this many COVID deaths. Well, you know, a bunch of them did comorbidities, but all the COVID deaths.
This one had a myocardial infraction here and died because of that. But hey, he had COVID 22 days ago. He's a COVID death. By the way, a cardio infraction is a fucking heart attack. But yeah. And I still don't understand the myocarditis thing. I really fucking don't understand that. Inflammation in the heart, the hardening of the muscles. I don't understand how that could have happened. That's something that's way out of, it's way out of my line as far as biology goes, but it makes no sense as to why we saw that with everything else. You know, everything else leading to other situations, but myocarditis never fits into any key. The myocarditis and pericarditis, everything, none of that fits into any kind of situation with this. But
Carolyn, says my daughter Sarah is so smart. Last August she had a baby and was not allowed and has not allowed one vaccine at all. That child will be healthier for it. Yeah, we did the same thing with Ryan. To be honest with you, Carolyn, I think she's had one
infarction.
They gave her...
I'm sorry, a myocardial infarction, not infraction.
Rick with the dono, thank you very much, Rick. By the way, Rick with the 1 subscriber gifted. Thank you very much, Rick. We appreciate the fuck out of you.
I don't think that's populated yet either.
No, it did. I think Bill got it. Welcome to the off labelers.
I know it only shows like 2 or 3 before it'll give out and not populate everybody else.
Smokers more at risk for Volta?
Art joke in there somewhere. But you got this one also from Nicholas Holscher here. COVID-19 vaccines caused more American deaths than World War I, World War II, and Vietnam combined. Now President Trump is turning on Operation Warp Speed, demanding Big Pharma release their hidden data. The largest unacknowledged catastrophe in modern history can no longer be buried. And of course, there's a little bit of music here. So right here it says COVID-19 vaccines caused more deaths in the United States than World War II, World War I, II, and Vietnam. Blah. Okay, here we go.
Florida surgeon Joe Ladepo is the senior author. There was over 1 million Florida adults included in this study. And what they found was those who received Pfizer compared to Moderna injections faced a 36% higher risk of all-cause mortality not due to COVID-19. So what that means is if you extrapolate it, all of America, and you look at how many people got the Pfizer shots, and the number actually does come out to 470,000 American deaths from Pfizer alone in the first year of the mRNA campaign, so in 2021.
Damn.
How many did it say?
470,000.
But once again, like
Johnson & Johnson had a fucking issue and was pulled incredibly quickly. The Moderna one was the only one that really didn't have any real consequence to it, like controversy to it. But they okayed Pfizer. Like straight off the bat and immediately started pumping that.
Did you read Jennifer? Jennifer with the dono. Thank you very much. MSN never reported them. Twitter suppressed it, etc. Yeah. Yeah. But by the way, it's the same bullshit that they're talking about now with Trump using ICE to take people out. Like, they've been doing this for fucking ever. All of a sudden now it's a fucking problem.
Trump using ICE to take people out, huh?
I mean, Trump using ICE to deport people, like illegal immigrants. Like,
I was like, wait, I've never heard this.
Listen, I don't choose my words correctly. But you know how, everybody's all up in arms now about Trump actually deporting people when people have been deported by the millions for 20 years.
Right.
But the same thing with this, now all of a sudden 400,000 deaths in the first year, but nobody cared that flu killed some 2.7 million people a year, whatever it killed.
Right.
So it's like, it's all of a sudden it just became this like hot button issue because of what they were trying to push.
Of course.
So it's like nobody gave a shit. In 2019, 2 million people died of the flu, but now that it's COVID in 2020, the first year 400,000 people died. Well, I mean,
no, 470,000 people died from the shot from the first year of the fucking vaccine coming out.
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry. We had a delivery and thank God I had my window open because I heard the guy go, hello? I'm not quiet.
So that is a minimal estimate. This number is so large, it is rivaling the death toll.
Rick says Johnson & Johnson did not have an issue. They used it all over Europe with little side effects. The U.S. media claimed it did because it was a European-owned company.
Rick with the dono. Thank you very much.
Makes sense.
Well, I mean, also, it actually worked, and it was Johnson & Johnson was 2 shots, I believe, at that time. And that's the one people were getting.
Exactly.
I think Johnson & Johnson was a 2-shot one, and the one they stopped using because they're like, oh, it's not as effective as the Pfizer one. And then they went to commercial, and it was a Pfizer commercial.
Yep.
Gee, wonder why Johnson & Johnson wasn't liked very well.
Brought to you by Pfizer and not Carl's Jr.
Yeah, Rick's right. J&J was not an mRNA-based vaccine. Yep.
That's why it wasn't used either.
Oh, it was one shot.
They told us there was a problem with it, so they could pull it.
Of World War I, World War II, and the Vietnam War combined for American casualties just in that first year. And so this is such strong evidence now, and we can only imagine how much Moderna killed, right? This also does corroborate the VAERS extrapolation estimate death toll, which is actually 600,000 American deaths based on an underreporting factor of 31. But again, these are conservative estimates. We are likely in the millions for American deaths.
Ladies and gentlemen. And of course, Alex Jones had to pop in.
Hold on 1 second. Muffin says, not going to lie, that's a lot of yard maintenance that guy doesn't get enough credit for in that cemetery. Yeah. Yeah, that's I don't want to do my tiny yard. I can't imagine doing that fucking shit. Look at that.
God. That's a 2-day event. You got to go in between the headstones, and then you got to get the weed eater out and the trimmer and everything. And yeah, see, that would be a weekly event just to do that. You finish it up, and then the next week you just do it again.
Now I feel bad for that cemetery because they all got deported. Bro,
Somebody's
listen,
gonna
I
have
know
to
we
cut
keep
that grass.
we go off topic, but bro, have you seen the amount of people once again going? Oh, there was somebody who said that there's that Wisconsin is not going to be able to survive if they get rid of all the illegal immigrants. I'm like, that's your fucking fault. And then some guy who voted for Trump, his wife is now going to be taken out of the country because she just decided not. And now he's like, I regret my vote. Like, don't regret your vote. You're the one who didn't urge your wife to become a legal citizen, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, plus the fact you also voted for what the fuck you got, thinking, she's my wife, they're not going to take her from me. What? Get the fuck out.
Oh, Rick,
I've been
Rick
to that
says, thank you, Rick, for the dono. I have been to that cemetery. The citizens there volunteer and keep it mowed and clipped. Really?
Well, then they'll be fine.
What cemetery is that?
I have no idea.
Jennifer says, remember all those twinks getting boosters and tattoos and worshiping Fauci? Yeah, make asylums great again. Yeah, we talked about that yesterday too.
Right.
Like everybody, they're like, oh, you're in a Trump cult. And I'm like, no, because we played a video. I think you were here. We played the video yesterday of people in Portland, Oregon getting tattoos of fuck ICE and 1312.
Yeah, because we played that to the Offspring music too, and it fit better.
These fucking idiots.
But Alex Jones had to pop in here. Of course he had to pop in. He says, historic bombshell Trump calls for investigation of Operation Warp Speed. As I predicted last year, 47 was going to bring in RFK Jr. to go to war with Bill Gates control Big Pharma and make America healthy again. DOJ sources have confirmed to me that Dr. Anthony Fauci and others are the target of federal crimes investigations. The gloves are off, and as Trump said yesterday, nobody is ready for what comes next.
Monday, September 1st, 2025. Labor Day is an incredible day.
Why does this motherfucker look like Bill Goldberg?
I wish I could remember his theme song. It was some dude. It was like, it sounded like a Terminator's theme song.
Right. But, I mean, he stopped drinking. He's gotten a little bit healthier, or he pulled back on the drinking at least. Gotten a little bit healthier. Now this motherfucker shaved his head, shaved his made him shaved his facial hair a bit, cleaned it up, and looks like fucking Goldberg.
In not just American history, but world history. President Trump has changed course massively.
And they're turning the frogs gay.
The statement is on Infowars.com. It's posted right there on X.
Trump is going to turn the frogs gay.
He came out.
He's going to do it. He said he was.
Said, listen, I'm calling for a full investigation of Warp Speed. I was told a bunch of information. Now I'm finding out that a lot of people say it's not accurate. RFK Jr. He brought in RFK Jr. to do the investigation. RFK's got big reports on autism.
What up,
directly linked and proven to be from the previous shots, like the hepatitis shot. And Trump is getting ready to go after Fauci and all of them. I can tell you they are under criminal investigation.
I like connection.
There are grand juries. I wasn't going to release that information yet, but I can tell you that's going on. So when I told you this is a new Trump, folks, it is. He got set for Warp Speed. We know how they did it. They already had it on the shelf years before, already made. They had the COVID in the lab. Those documents have come out. Peter Daszak, Fauci, Google funded it at Wuhan. It was an Obama project that even broke in 2015 at Chapel Hill, North Carolina. And now Trump understands what's going on and is going after Big Pharma. Kennedy just fired a whole bunch of people at HHS and CDC that were undermining him when he was banning new mRNA shots and more. They just took the mercury out of all the shots that bans almost every shot previously made and most of the current ones. They're getting the poison food dyes out, the fluoride out, all of it. This is so exciting. This was the big sticking point. This was the big fly in the ointment for so many people. And because Trump was so much better than the Democrats, and we knew they were for total lockdowns and forced injections and totally owned by Bill Gates, I was like, look, Trump's better.
I'm going to butcher that name. That cemetery is the Meuse Argonne American Cemetery. I butchered the fuck out of it.
It's in France. No wonder why.
Oh.
They actually take care of their shit. Well, never mind.
Well, volunteers are taking care of our shit.
He's bringing in Kennedy. And he did. And now that he says, oh, well, I thought it was the greatest thing
I don't
ever,
even know
but,
if that's
I may
ours,
have been
but-
misled. So we're investigating. And who's he have doing it? RFK Jr., that is a super expert on it, and of course wrote The Real
He is
Anthony
kids in
Fauci. So
Chicago.
thank God. And thank God for all of you spreading the word, getting the information out, all the studies, and Dr. Robert Malone, and Dr. Peter McCullough, and Dr. Michael Yeadon, and the list goes on and on. I mean, this is incredible. So to all the InfoWars, the tip of the spear, and Dr. Francis Boyle, who died earlier this year, who was the first to break it all in actually January of 2020. This was their Disease X, their big global power grab plan in the Rockefeller Foundation, lockstep plan, the Bill Gates plan, Event 201, the UN plan to use a pandemic to bring in their global government under a medical dictatorship. And instead it blew up in their face and triggered the Great Awakening.
Did he just speed up himself? He went 2x on himself, and then it went.
He was talking about the Davos thing, yeah.
And then the frogs are gay.
He got a quick little hit of a little bit of after effects of meth. Not really.
That little bit of cocaine just hit the back of his throat.
But they can't. This is so historic. This is such good news, not just for the 30 million killed by the shots, the millions killed by the man-made virus, but the fact that they were trying to now roll out new pandemics. This is just devastating.
His little tics fuck with me, though. If you ever really watch his face, he's constantly just like eyebrows twitching upwards and in weird angles and shit. It fucks with me because I'm listening to him
You start to do
and
it.
I'm watching his eyebrows jump, and I'm fascinated by it. I'm just like, how do you do that?
Do you realize that you start to do it too? Like you're watching him, and then all of a sudden you're just doing.
No, I was doing that just to mock him with it because I was just like, it brought my attention again. But
Carolyn
yeah,
Halls has a good.
I listened to him and I just watched the eyebrows jump, and I'm just like, that's pretty quick eyebrow movement.
By the way, welcome in Glenn. Hi, Tony. People have just been Rhoda. Hi, everybody. Carolyn says, if they prove childhood vaccine schedules cause autism, can those parents sue the U.S. government and the CDC? Unfortunately, no. They gave themselves a fucking out.
No, that's not true.
Yeah. Why?
Because that was only for
What?
COVID. You can't sue the manufacturers for COVID.
I thought it was any. It was just a COVID vaccine?
It was just a COVID because that was an emergency preparation kind of thing. If anything went wrong, it wouldn't be on the back of the big pharma for that shit. Would you give them carte blanche to do whatever the fuck they wanted? Even back then, even I said that's a fucking stupid ass move.
Jennifer said Coneheads were from France, but they were never in the military. We come from France.
But yeah,
That's what Bill Gates.
We should have an older movie, like an 80s movie. The only problem with the 80s movies on Saturday is tits, because every 80s movie has a pair of tits in it.
yeah. Once in a while is fine. Rumble will let it pass, but yeah.
You're just watching you're watching Punky Brewster, and all of a sudden you see a pair of tits out of nowhere. You're like, wait a minute, what the fuck is this?
Where you're watching Titanic and you just see her laying there naked. Like that's fine. That's tasteful. That's art. But
Rick
you
with
can't
the
be watching
donut.
porn.
Rick with the donut. To be fair, despite the French having a bad rap, they take care of all the cemeteries in France from both world wars. Paris is a shithole. The rest of France isn't. Kind of like Illinois.
Yeah. I mean, the
Chicago's a
entire state.
shithole. The rest of Illinois, I found out firsthand, it's actually pretty fucking nice. I had no idea. To be honest with you, once again, Simple Davy, I thought it was Illinois, Chicago.
This motherfucker.
I thought
I
it
know
was
a few weeks ago was at the White House, and you notice it didn't work. Right after that, all the news about how this was premeditated evil with the poison shots started coming out from Kennedy, and Trump's getting ahead of it because he brought Kennedy in to do this. Remember, somebody leaked part of that Kennedy phone call during the campaign of Trump going, yeah, it looks like these shots are hurting people. Well, you better investigate. So if Trump was in on it, he would not be exposing it. He knows they're trying to set him up for it. I mean, I personally warned him of that. Many others have. That was years ago. He got more and more mad, didn't want to hear it, told Roger Stone he didn't want to hear it. But now, Trump, who is famously pig-headed, never likes to admit he was conned or wrong, is starting to do it. And this is so important. And I talked to so many people that have talked to Trump, had dinner with him, brought this up to him as well, and he's like, yeah, we better do something. And I said, look for him to make a big move on this soon. He's done it. This is amazing. And so, in my mind, warp speed was one strike against Trump. The way this Epstein stuff's going was two, but I know the Democrats are involved in the evidence of Trump, so I was waiting to see. I expect Trump to do the right thing on Epstein as well. Just watch. So praise God, this is so amazing. I'll be doing more reports on this, but Trump is starting to turn on Big Pharma in a big way, calling for an investigation of these monsters with Kennedy running it. This is just super news for humanity in the future, and we're going to bring Fauci and Bill Gates and the rest of them that engineered this on purpose, these eugenicists to justice. God bless you all. Follow me on X, Real Alex Jones, Infowars.com/show for the feeds, and at the Alex Jones Network on Rumble. Thank you so much. This is amazing. Now, you're the Paul Revere's. Share this report and tell those you share it with to share it. That triggers the chain reaction of we the
See
people.
what I mean about his
They
eyebrows?
wanted their great reset, but instead it triggered the great awakening.
There's like a 3 inches between his height to him just like scrunching. There's like 3 inches of distance in between him, dude. And I'm just like, God damn.
He's got to have a touch of the tism. He's gotta.
I mean, the dude's got a photographic memory. He's got to have some kind of tism going on. I mean, the motherfucker can remember just like headlines, dates, and everything. You just ask him a question, he'd be like, Google this. And it'll be the exact headline from fucking 20 years ago.
I forgot what I was going to say. He's got to have a touch of it. I mean, he's just, that was it. I've never seen him genuinely laugh.
Oh, I have.
I've never seen him just have a genuine laugh before.
I have. And it's kind of freaky with his voice, too, because it's just like, and you're just like, whoa.
But that doesn't sound like a general laugh. It just sounds like he's just being maniacal.
I mean, he
Rick with the no-no.
One hell of a good villain laugh.
Oh, yeah, he would be a hell of a villain in a fucking movie. When I visited the Normandy region as a U.S. soldier, I was treated like a king. Nice. Davey, what is wrong with boobs? Nothing?
I mean, I would expect that. I mean, D-Day. Motherfuckers didn't forget. We might have, but they didn't.
Glenn says 1986, they passed a no liability for pharmaceutical companies.
For all of them?
That's what Glenn says.
I didn't think that was a whole... Hold up.
And yes, Jennifer, no, it's they're turning the frogs gay.
Pharmaceutical companies have been granted broad liability. Okay, so under only certain circumstances. Okay. Because I was about to say, I know of a few cases
during public health emergencies.
Right. Yeah, they're definitely granted a whole bunch of immunity for that reason. But I know of a few cases where somebody has sued a pharma. Why can I not get words out? Sued a pharma company and won based on it actually doing real harm. But yeah, it looks like information about COVID is going to be coming out soon. And everything that we've been screaming from the very fucking beginning, again,
was right.
We might have been right. And I'm just some dumbass on the internet that looks at point A and point B and says, hey, they match up. Point B, point C, hey, they match up. Man, what is the picture now? Oh, it's a goddamn horse. No, that's an elephant. Where's the fucking trunk? It's the same fucking... Dude, it really fucking pisses me off.
Dude, I still remember when we were talking and you talked about myocarditis, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I'm like, there's no way. And then fucking, like 4 or 5 months later, all of a sudden, myocarditis spikes, and you're like, I fucking figured it out. Holy shit, I figured it out.
And when I threw this fucking thing on you, you still can't say it. Let's see, NHS. Any phospholipid syndrome?
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, let's see. Symptoms. Symptoms include this means people with APS are more likely to develop blood clots. Oh, we saw a lot of that. High blood pressure, we saw that. Deep vein thrombosis, saw a lot of that shit. Stroke.
Ooh, wait. Once again,
mini
who's
stroke.
got deep vein thrombosis? Supposedly. Oh,
But I mean, that's old shit, dude. I mean, most old people have that somewhere. But heart attacks, pulmonary emblems, a blockage in one of the blood vessels in the lungs. Hey, a pulmonary embolism. Didn't I have that?
yeah.
But I'm not jabbed. Explain
Jennifer.
that shit. People with APS are also more likely to experience the following symptoms: balance and mobility problems. Didn't we have a whole bunch of people fainting just like while they're standing up, just collapsing? Vision problems such as double vision. A lot of people said they had problems with that. Speech and memory problems. Jesus Christ. I mean, that's everybody. A tingling sensations or pins and needles in your arms and legs. I don't remember hearing a lot about that, but fatigue was definitely a thing, and repeated headaches and migraines. Basically, okay. Well,
No, go ahead.
basically,
No, go ahead.
what I was saying is this fucking mRNA vaccine, what it does is it gives general instructions to your fucking cells to create a spike protein. Okay? But check it out. Since you're messing with genetics, giving general instructions to every single person is detrimental. No matter how you want to slice it, it's detrimental. Because on a genetic level, what could work for you may ultimately kill me. All of these mRNA vaccines have to be tailor-made to the very same, or to that specific person. Because the way my immune system works isn't the same way Davey's immune system works. Coming across the same thing, his body's going to say, hey, do something different. This is how we did it last time and we won. Do something different. My body's going to say, this is how we did it, and it's completely different from his. But to send the same instructions to both of us, you think there's going to be some kind of problem?
Yeah. Teresa says, my ex called after Biden blew the Trump-Biden debate. He was talking about what a complete retard Biden was. I found out he took the vax twice. Last thing I said was, promise me that you'll never take another one because my friends are dying of heart attacks from them. He said, okay. That September, he died of a heart attack in his sleep.
I don't mean to kind of laugh, but that's just ironic as shit.
Holy balls of fuck.
That is
And Jennifer
ironic
said-
as shit.
Jennifer with the dono. Thank you very much, Jennifer. Sports, all players of all ages passing away in the field, middle of the game. Yeah. Yeah, they were. They were. And
All right, we were going to go a little bit early to Rumble, but we're going to have
we
to
haven't
do it
even
on
touched the
regular
Puerto
time.
Rico thing. And by the way, Tony Haymunkins, yes, Soleil Moon Frye is smoking hot. But she wasn't Pippi Longstocking. She was Punky Brewster.
Yeah. I don't know who those people are, but yeah, I don't know. But anyway.
Well, you didn't have a real childhood, okay?
Oh, I did.
No, you didn't. You grew up in a trailer.
I grew up in detention. Whether
Well,
it was
that's true.
juvenile or
Jail.
in school. But let's go over here to let's take a little journey over here to Puerto Rico.
Well, I got something real quick for Puerto Rico. You want to,
Okay.
and then we'll.
Go ahead.
This is my home country, Richard. Puerto Ricans take to the street demanding independence from the U.S. Thousands marched in Puerto Rico on Sunday demanding independence from the U.S. The island was ceded to the U.S. in 1898, and Puerto Rico gained citizenship in 1917, but could not vote in presidential elections or fully represent Congress. In 1952, Puerto Rico became a U.S. Commonwealth, which limited autonomy, while the U.S. controls defense, foreign affairs, and borders. Yeah, Jennifer, remember
read
Home Depot
Glenn's-
running...
Read
Hold on.
Glenn's comment.
Which one?
He
Tried to
says,
jab my...
I'm native. I learned from the blankets. All right, go ahead.
True. Jennifer said, remember Home Depot running out of gloves and masks? Yeah, they're running out of Mexicans, too.
Oh, now they are.
Now.
Yeah. I need to raise that volume up.
It might take the volume. Approximately 3,000 people took to the streets of San Juan, Puerto Rico on August 31st. Demanding self-determination and calling for the island's independence from the United States. The U.S. took control of Puerto Rico after the Spanish-American War in 1898. They have guns with gun. That's Guns N' Roses. Rick with the dono. Thank you very much, Rick. mRNA rewrites a number of things in the cellular DNA of people. Yes, it does.
This imagery kind of worries me a lot.
Especially the woman in the mask over here who can't see.
Not that. It's just a whole bunch of women with guns.
With no trigger discipline.
No, every single one of them's got their finger on the trigger.
This one's almost putting it to... This one's almost committing suicide right here. This one's just like, I'll just put it right in my face.
Every single one of them have a flower sticking out of it. That is intimidating. I'm not going to lie.
Look at their fingers. This is the one who's pointing into her face is the only one that doesn't have her finger on the trigger. Trigger. What the fuck? Puerto Rico gained U.S. citizenship. Yeah, I guess it's the same thing. 1917. It was 1952. It was adopted as a Commonwealth. The island has limited autonomy.
U.S. controls foreign affairs, defense, and borders. Yeah.
Estamos aquí porque entendemos.
We are because we understand that is our right.
Que es nuestro derecho, es nuestra necesidad.
It's our need in order to build the dignified country we deserve. Do you not remember during COVID when or after do you not remember when Hurricane Maria was going on and the government hid all your fucking supplies, took all your money?
Mm-hmm. That wasn't the U.S.'s fault. The only thing we had no fault in, or the only thing we had fault in, is distribution.
Well,
we
no,
got
we didn't
all
have
that shit, and then your fucking president was just like, "Oh, they don't want to distribute it because I don't want to do it." Well, just put it in that fucking warehouse and lock it up.
Yeah, put it in the warehouse, lock it up. You know that? Do you see that runway? Just put all the water over there. That's fine. And then people were fucking were bringing guillotines through the town square. Yeah, that's what you want. That's what you guys want, right?
How come
more corrupt government? Because if you become an independent country, you're gonna turn into Haiti. You're gonna turn into fucking one of those fucking shithole countries.
Yeah, very, very quickly. And then we're just gonna have to come in there and spank butt again.
Para poder construir el país digno que merecemos luchar y reclamar.
To fight to demand and make it known and visible that there is a united people.
Y dejar saber y visibilizar que hay un pueblo unido.
So you guys want to be independent when you can't even... The fucking country still has road signs on top of buildings.
Right.
The country hasn't cleaned up from Hurricane Maria. How long ago was that? 10, 15 years ago by now? Oh, no, it was Trump's first presidency. So it's at least 6, 7 years ago?
Yeah.
Trump was president.
No,
because I remember him. Yeah, Trump was president because he was throwing the fucking paper towels. Remember, everybody was up in arms that the president was throwing paper towels to the Puerto Rican people, and it was disrespectful.
Yeah. The other one that I was thinking of. That was Haiti. Yeah, that was Haiti with Clinton. Yeah, okay.
You're right, Rick. Never trust a person with no trigger discipline.
Yeah.
And Rick with the dono.
Over the years have voted to become a U.S. state like 4 or 5 times. You know who refused it? The Dems in Congress, who are now arguing because they need that electorate. It's interesting how that happens, right?
Boom, boom. You're not far off. The Chinese want Puerto Rico destabilized so they are funding this crap. Yeah. They want so that way they could probably move into fucking Puerto Rico.
Oh, yeah.
You don't think the Puerto Rican government would take Chinese money in a second?
Right. But we got,
and then once again, you become a shithole country.
we got this one right here, and then we're going to figure out exactly how all this started. Check this out. Oh, wait. This comes from Zero's Empathy. It says, perfect. Get the fuck out. Breaking. Puerto Ricans are rising up with demand for full separation from the United States, saying they've had enough of colonialism.
I'm sorry. Hold on a second. Puerto Rico was fucking colonized. Puerto Rico was invaded by the Spanish.
Yeah.
So they're colonizers.
Yeah. And then the U.S. came out and said, hey, we Americans, later on, we Americans will take care of you, okay? Cool. You just fall under our wing. And then we just let them pile trash everywhere and did nothing for them. So, yeah. I mean, I get it, but hey. You live by our rules, but you have no say in it.
Marlene says, worse than the U.S. having to go clean them up after independence. We will be all the Puerto Ricans who will flood the East Coast immediately after independence is voted. I mean, listen, the Puerto Ricans already have the East Coast. All my fucking relatives either live in New York, New Jersey, or they went south to the Carolinas or Florida. Which I don't understand why Florida is not considered the South. Just because it looks like a large penis.
No, that's not the reason. Because y'all don't act Southern over there. There's a way the South does kind of carry itself, the way we do come across. Florida's not like that. Google Florida, man.
It's such interesting.
Google Florida, man. Take one fucking article and say, would a Southerner do that? Probably 90% of the time you're going to say no.
That's because it's inhabited by Cubans, Puerto Ricans, and New Yorkers. That's why.
Florida's like Japan. You go into Florida, it's a whole different universe over there. They play by their own fucking rules.
That's why they have Universal Studios and Disney World there. It's a make-believe place. Rich, how much foreign aid does Puerto Rico get? They get $23 billion in 2023. Wow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But
it's May 31st, and we're standing here in front of the San Juan Capitol, the seat of the legislative branch in Puerto Rico, where hundreds of people have gathered to participate today in a march for independence.
And we're here today to reclaim our fight for independence and understanding that independence is not independence unless we have full and complete control over our archipelago as workers.
Organized by various social and political organizations, the demonstration
if any president will do it, Trump will do it.
Colonial situation, and it's on.
No, I'm saying good luck with your full autonomy. What do you have as far as a fucking economy goes? How the hell are you going to take care of shit?
And if there's one president that will do it, it's fucking Trump.
I mean,
the annexation of Puerto Rico. Let's run it.
No, because then we'd actually have to give them voting ability. I'm not okay with that. But what I will say, though, is this. Remember, from the Idiocracy movie, what started the whole thing was the Great Garbage Avalanche of 2505. They've started the pile on their own damn island. Look, it's actually because they can't do anything else with it. We were supposed to be taking all their trash and disposing of it, but we just stopped doing it altogether. So...
Wes says Florida is a subtropical New England. He's not wrong.
I'm telling you, Florida is not a southern state. Y'all don't act southern. You don't even have any kind of southern culture. You do your own thing. You wrestle with alligators. There ain't a goddamn southern person that would do that.
I like money too.
Even the fucking redneck hillbilly hicks that live in the fucking mountains wouldn't do that shit. They'd take a look at that alligator and say, I'm staying the fuck away. I got drinking to do.
Tallahassee's southern. I don't know.
The fuck are you talking about?
I don't know. I mean, I know like Orlando, Jacksonville, all that down is all Florida, man.
But you spent like a day or two in Nashville. You never even got southern fucking culture, brother.
No, I didn't.
That whole opening doors and things, yeah, we can tell if you're out of state And I'm going to give you a little bit of advice, everybody. People in the South can tell if you're not from that area, and we will be polite as fuck. But if we know you're from that area, we are the most vicious motherfuckers between ourselves. You just like, hey, you come around here. Yeah, we got a nice area. We'll take care of you. We're good people. You come here. You're finally here. Go fuck yourself. All right?
Bless your heart.
Why'd you call me retarded?
Because that's what you retards say behind our back.
With the United States.
I'm tired of what's going on with the United States, with Puerto Rico, what they're doing to our people. They're just abusing their power with us. Act 60 just keeps pounding. The Jones Act, we need to get rid of that.
But today's march also coincides with another anniversary of the approval by former President Barack Obama of Ley Promesa, which imposed an oversight board over Puerto Rico's finance for Puerto Ricans here in the island. That's just another example of the situation of colonialism. They live under U.S. rule.
Tenemos una economía.
Yeah. How about the fact that
that's what happens when you become a vassal state.
That's what happens when you get our fucking money. It's just like the Patrick Bet David thing.
Look at Iran. I mean, we don't own anything about Iran. We just bomb the shit out of them.
Well, Puerto Rico's the only one we could bully into telling them what to do. Puerto Ricans are like, yeah, okay, all right. We got them. Puerto Ricans are just like, I like money too.
I like money. I thought there was going to be money.
But yeah, that's like the Patrick Bet David thing when he's just like, can you see one of my psychiatrists? And she's like, fuck no.
Oh yeah.
Puerto Rico just wants
Puerto
Rico just wants all the money and just be like, just give us money. No. You want to be part of this protection? We need somebody to oversee what the fuck is going on.
We need your money. We need your resources. We need your help. We need you to do everything for us, but we want to be our own independent country.
Sounds like a typical Puerto Rican. I'm independent. You know that's your dad's credit card. It's still mine. It's got my name on it. It's connected to your dad's bank account. It's still mine. I contribute. With what job?
I'd contribute with my being. I wasn't asked to be born, Dad.
That's right. You read my fucking mind, because as soon as that I was in the middle of that drink, I was going to say the same fucking thing. Foreign fatigue, allowance cut off. Yeah,
we're already over here, but this comes from the National News Desk here. The fact-check team push for Puerto Rico's independence could save the U.S. $617 billion. Members of Congress have reported lobbying President Trump to consider making Puerto Rico an independent nation, according to the report by Daily Mail. A draft executive order obtained by the publication suggests that transitioning Puerto Rico from a U.S. territory to an independent country could save the United States approximately $617 billion annually. Let him go. Sorry, let him go.
Yeah.
That $617 billion can be transferred to the debt. Actually, it's a bad thing. If we actually do pay off our debt, it's kind of a bad thing.
That's like when they tell you when you pay off all your credit cards, it's a bad thing for your credit score.
It actually does tank a little bit.
Yeah.
The draft document also highlights that the U.S. government is projected to spend $1.37 trillion over the next 50 years in support of Puerto Rico, in addition to the up to $8.6 billion in disaster relief that was just locked up and never got anything.
Bro, there it goes. There goes the picture.
What? Oh, this one? Oh, yeah,
yep.
yeah.
See?
We'll take a look at that here in a second. If Puerto Rico were to become an independent, Puerto Ricans born in 2027 would not be eligible for U.S. citizenship, the Daily Mail reported. Becoming an independent country would also result in Puerto Ricans losing access to federal benefits, impacting healthcare, education, and public services. Currently, Puerto Ricans' median household income is about $25,000, roughly 1/3 of the U.S. median, according to the Census Reporter. The U.S. gained control of Puerto Rico.
1/3 of the U.S. median. $25,000. Then they want to talk about here? A livable wage?
So that means the U.S. median income is $75,000, roughly around $75,000, between normally two people. That means divided by half, you got what, 37 and a half? Yeah, that's about right. 37 and a half, roughly around $40,000 a year for the average American. Yeah. The U.S. gained control of Puerto Rico following the Spanish. We already heard that. While the idea of independence is being discussed, statehood of Puerto Rico has also been a topic of debate. An October YouGov survey found that 59% of Americans support Puerto Rico becoming the 51st state. Advocates argued that the statehood would grant Puerto Ricans full citizenship with representation in Congress and could bring up to $12.5 billion more in federal benefits, including Medicare and Medicaid, according to a recent report from Council on Foreign Relations. However, critics, including the Republican leader Senator Mitch McConnell, how old was this?
2025, March 11th.
March 11th. Okay, I was about to say, hold up. Has expressed concerns that adding Puerto Rico as a state could alter the political landscape by potentially providing Democrats with 2 additional Senate seats. Yeah, so our Senate would have to be 102.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. I guess we need to add more seats, or we
Rick
just
says,
say, go fuck yourself. We got more problems than you right now. Either one I'm fine with, really.
Rick says, oh, Obama imposed that, but Trump's fault. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But then what's going to happen is then you're going to start having the Virgin Islands, and all those people wanting to become states also because they're represented, technically.
Right. But
hold on a minute. I was planning on retiring in Puerto Rico, Tony Hayes says.
I don't think you want to do that, though. You're gonna have trash problems and
crime problems.
Yeah. Yeah, it's still you're gonna have them here. It's just not gonna be as bad. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, you got that link. Check this out. Because Rumble doesn't like, because YouTube doesn't like anybody actually reacting to things and sharing things. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be doing this surrounded with Patrick Bet David. Y'all are going to want to be, I can't fucking speak. You got 3 minutes.
Comes a president. We can't start our own.
You're never gonna make it, you're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different, man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not probable, you're irresponsible. Too many obstacles, you gotta stop it, yo. You gotta take it slow, you can't be a pro, don't waste your time no more. Who the fuck are you to tell me what to do? I don't give a damn if you say you disapprove. I'm gonna make my move, I'm gonna make it soon. And I'll do it cause it's what I wanna fucking do. Cause all these opinions and all these positions, they come in millions, they blocking your vision. But no, you can't listen, that shit is all fiction. Cause you hold the power as long as you're dreaming. There's no way that you make it, and maybe you can fake it, but you're never gonna make it. Aren't you just gonna take that? Make them take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that. Aren't you just gonna take that? Or will you fucking fight back?